Hello everybody, Wedgie Time here and welcome to another video where I play on the club where I've been playing now for the last 7 or 8 weeks, almost exclusively, in fact pretty much exclusively outside of some tournaments on Sky, a very small number of tournaments. Forgot what I was going to say there. Lost track of what I was going to say. So we'll play this 10-7 suited first. I guess it was going to be something a little bit on the spammy side. Yes, that's what it was going to be. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and if you like the look of the site, like the look of the games, etc., then please do reach out for me. I do some affiliate work now for the club manager. Things are going very smoothly, and they have gone very smoothly for a number of weeks now. I'm in a position to guarantee cash outs if you deposit. The club manager is just talking to him this week. Let me just play these queens first. Come on, felted filter. Nope, no dice. Yeah, so I've been talking to the club manager this week because we've been getting busier and busier in my little agency, if you will. So I've offered to help him out by actually processing cash outs for him, like small number cash outs, like a few £100. He's going to send me a bunch of money, and I'm going to be in charge of cashing out my own players going forward from the new year. I think that's what's going to happen anyway. So I'm now in a position where I can guarantee cash outs if you do deposit. So if that was a concern of yours, of like what happens to my money, I don't really want to trust a stranger. I trust Reggie, but I don't trust a stranger. Then hopefully that trust issue has been resolved somewhat, because I'm going to have a fund of money given to me in order to process cash outs in a very quick manner. I'll be able to process cash outs within minimum 12 hours. Sorry, maximum of 12 hours, minimum instantly, depending on where I am in the world when you contact me. Obviously, if I'm working a shift in one of the projects that I work in, and you were to contact me and I wasn't due to finish on 5 hours or something, then maybe you'd need to wait 5 hours for your cash out. But cash outs would be daily and would be made within 12 hours of the cash out. So if that has been one of your main concerns, getting your cash back off the site, and that's what's prevented you from getting involved before now, hopefully that will help put your mind at rest a little bit. But the biggest seller of the site for me is just going to be the game quality. And I've got to think about maybe 15 or 16 players under my wing now, and there hasn't been like a single negative comment about the game quality in all the time, from any of the players. They're all just incredibly complimentary about the players. Even when I look and I think, oh, these games don't seem too good today, there seems to be like plenty of fish kicking now, but not as good as I've seen them. People are still saying, games are good, enjoying them, etc., etc. There's just no nits on this site. Well, I'm on it, so there's one nit on the site, but there just isn't any nits. We'll have a look through the players in just a moment, and we'll explain what we mean. This player here, this Daggerbert's probably one of the toughest players. He's a good player. Don't really like playing him versus him. Which, let's have a look at the others. 57 VPIP, and these tables I just randomly joined. 59 VPIP. That's a set. I'm going to be raising. That's what we got here. 36 VPIP. And pretty much unknown player. King of Diamonds. So we're just going to be... we should set it up to rip the turn. What size are we going to go with here? Oh, we just got a 7-chip bonus because there was a cooler situation. That's not helping me choose my sizing though. It's either all in or small, isn't it? I think we're going to go with like 35 or something. And just hope that a straight card doesn't peel off. If a straight card peels off and then he donks this river, I'm going to be puking. And the straight card does peel off. That's the first part of the problem. If he donks this river, I'm not going to be happy. He doesn't donk the river. We're just going to take our showdown now and just hope he doesn't have the 5. He didn't. He had the 7-4. So, nice start to the session. 79 chip uptick. We'll take that. So we see that table. Plenty of, well, absolutely no tight players at the table. The best player is still, well, he's tight-ish, but we'll take a look around the other tables in just a moment. I'm going to pop this up to 6, given there's been 3 limits ahead of it. I should say, by the way, these 2 tables here are effectively 10-L in sterling. There's 2 20-40 tables, and the 51 table is effectively 25-L in sterling. We're not going to be c-betting the 799 flop, no hearts. So we're looking at this 3-handed table here. We have a 34 V-pip and a 37 V-pip. If we had a diamond here, I'd consider floating this 10-chip bet, but we're just going to let it go. And at this table, we have a 25 V-pip suited type player, 37, 28, 58. And these are just like tables I randomly joined. There was no table selection whatsoever going into this morning. I don't have time to arse around trying to select tables. And for some reason my sound isn't working on my computer this morning. I'm taking a chance that it's even going to be recording my audio. And this player, a 54 V-pip. So you're not going to be playing many tables with that have more than one player with a V-pip lower than 30 on this site, which is, for all you game selectors out there, highly delightful, I'm sure. Again, not going to c-bet this 5-4-8 board. We are going to make a c-bet with our pocket 10s. Happy just trying to get to showdown here with the ace-jack. They're not going to allow us to do that. This turns into a check call, these 10s on the turn here. Certainly won't be folding just yet. And again we get the 4 straight situation on board with the 10s. I mean, I think 10s could still be good here. I'm going to go with like a 1/3 pot size bet. Easy fold to a raise. He doesn't bet the flush card on the turn. I think he's going to have too much 5x in his range. It's going to have got there with the straight. Not very many 2-pair combinations out there on that board. Not really sure what we're hoping to get paid by there when I bet, but felt like it was much more of a bet fold situation than a check call situation. If we check again, we certainly can't be taking a check fold line with the hand as strong as 10s there. So blocks seem to be the solution to that little quandary. 2 overs and a flush draw, very small pot. And let it go. Who's this new dude? I'm happy with you, 52 B-pip. Always welcome at my tables, especially to my right hand side. I have no way of knowing. I'm doing this on one screen today because my wife is in my usual grinding space watching Judge Judy, so no way of knowing how long it's lasted for. 10:29. Appears like my audio's recording though, which is good. So I need to be finishing this in about half an hour, so that's going to be 11:15. Okay, that's me just talking to myself. Sorry about that, guys. If you do have any questions about the site, how deposits work, how withdrawals work, how soft the games are, best times to play, etc., please do comment beneath the video, or if you're in the Facebook group, comment below the video on Facebook, or private message me, or email me if you don't have any other way of contacting me. My email address can be found beneath the video. We do offer 30% rate back to all players, and if you're a high rating player over a period of time, I'm pretty sure that it would be negotiable. I'm pretty sure you could negotiate some more. You wouldn't do them negotiations through me. I don't have that kind of authority to increase rate back, but I am aware there's some higher rating players in other groups that they get a better than 30% deal. But the ability to in 2019, very close to 2020 in fact, the fact you can get in games that are as soft as these and also get 30% rate back is promising for the future of online poker. Yeah, we know these sites have got a checkered past, but I haven't heard a horror story about these sites now in 2 years or more. It seems like they've kind of got their act together a little bit, and I genuinely think, especially in terms of cash games, think these sites are the future of online cash games poker. I really truly believe that. Middle of last year I was quite I had no enthusiasm for the future of cash game poker online. I thought it was dead and buried. These sites have completely renewed my enthusiasm for it and my belief that online cash games do have a future at the micro stakes. And if you are a frustrated micro stakes cash game player who's struggling to make it pay on the main sites, please do yourself a favour and reach out to me and come and take a look. What's the worst that can happen? You know, you don't like the software, or you know, you can't get the volume that you'd like, or something. Who knows? There are some things that might happen that put you off, but please just come and take a look at the site. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really don't. Just check for this is Jack on the River versus someone who's very nitty. 25-10, chop. 25-10, raising under the gun. If you triple barreled there on the 4 straight river, I'd have been comfortable letting my ace jack go there. That name rings a bell. Why does it ring a bell? Because you're some kind of regular. That's why. Let the Jack Tingo on the button versus one of the only skilled regulars I've seen in these games, except the players that I've recruited, of course. They're all highly skilled, but the rest aren't. Yeah, I'm working off the touchpad today, so there's definitely potential for misclicks going on during this video. Hopefully they won't happen, but the potential is out there. Gonna call this half pot bet. Not at all confident my hand is good, but we can't be checking back ace king on that flop and then folding to half pot pro bets. Multi-way here, not a lot going on for our hand, so we're just going to check. He upsizes the river to a pot size bet, and we are going to say no thank you, sir. Don't actually think this table's much good, is it really? All reggish type players. None of them have a VP below 20, below 30, I don't think. This is like an example of what I would consider a bad table on this site. And all three play this guy to fish, but I don't think you're going to see much of a worse table on this site than this middle one. And as you can see, it's still 32-21, 34-21. There's just not many nits on this site. I mean, if I'm advocating the games, they must be good, because I've done nothing but fucking whine about game quality in online poker for the best part of 2 years now. So if I'm here saying these games are good, and you trust my integrity, which is massively important to me, I wouldn't say they were good if they weren't. And yeah, you can be pretty sure these are good games. That is a very unfortunate 4 on this river. Let's hope he's been in there with a 10-9, Queen 10 type hand and not calling me down with a better jack or a king. 10-9. Happy days. I struggled when I first played on this site in terms of like adjusting to just how many fish there are. I'm sure there's plenty of players out there playing or trying to play like a balanced game on this site, trying to like play with balance, protect the ranges, etc. I found that isn't the best way to play on this site, and it cost me some money finding out. I think I'm up overall around 600 quid on the site since the middle of November. In terms of money won at the tables, obviously I've made some money from the rate back too, but in terms of money won at the tables, I think yeah, I think it's around £600. It's 2,000 of these chips anyway, so whatever that is, 1,000 is 250, maybe £500, five to £600 up. Over, I think it's been about 26,000 hands, but I've played some really horrendous sessions where I've played terribly. I've sad to report a couple of times I've let the fish get under my skin, and I've spewed a little bit in spots where I wouldn't typically spew. I could definitely have won much more than that. I don't want to say I could have doubled it, but there'll be a good, a couple of £100 that I've spewed off for sure, just in dumb spots where I've kind of lost my patience with like just raise miss, or c-bet, get raised, fold, and then eventually like, fuck you, boshed all my chips in, and didn't go too well for me. So like I said, I made £500 to £600 in 6 weeks or so, and I haven't played well. I think I've played way below what I would consider my best. So yeah, there's definitely plenty of money, plenty of dead money on these sites to be got at. I'm hoping now, I think I've like kind of cracked the code a little bit, where I just underbluff in certain situations and certainly overfold in certain situations. I'm pretty confident that I am going to eclipse my expected earnings that I used to have on Sky. I used to play on Sky and hope to make any like £400 to £600 a month. If I play well, I expect to be pulling minimum of £1,000 a month off these games, and that's just on like pure profit from the tables, not counting what I'm going to be getting back from my affiliate side. I'm basically hoping that, I'm going to keep my job, my day job, because I just love my day work, so that isn't going to change, but I'm pretty much hoping that I can make a living wage just from my play on these sites over the next year, which I haven't done. I haven't made a living wage at poker for quite some years now. I've made a wage that supplements my income, but I haven't actually made a proper living wage. I'm expecting that to change in 2020. My goal in 2020 is to pretty much live off my poker earnings and save all my other work. Just put that straight into a savings account every time I receive payment from my other work. I intend to just ignore it and put it in a savings account, not use it. So my plan for the year in 2020 is basically just to live off poker. It'd be delightful if I can do it. I'm very confident and very hopeful that I will. But I guess time will tell. I'm going to take a stab on this very dry flop with the King 10, and then barrel any card over a 9 on the turn. Give up if called, and take a bricks off, but see if it worked. I'm going to call down here, I think, with my ace 9. Okay, so this guy raised pre-flop, min raised pre-flop, check the flop, is going for the check raise on the turn, and this dude's called, so the ace 9 is clearly no good. Wow, so he didn't 3-bet the aces versus the min raise pre. And he didn't, he just needs to value bet that river. This is a regular, or someone who I presume is a regular. And yeah, I get the flush and the straight got there on the end, but surely he needs to make a small value bet with his jacks, with his 3 aces there. Could be wrong, but yeah, it's a fruitily played hand. This dude just check raised the turn for seemingly no reason. Gave up. The quality of post-flop play on this site, even by the regulars, is way below the quality of play post-flop on the mainstream sites, and it's not even close. Now, even from like the regulars, the quality of post-flop play is pretty fucking dreadful. Take a stab here on this turn. Then we picked up the open-ender to go with our weak flush draw. And we did not get there. But I am going to take another stab because 10 high doesn't win. Could just be firing 2.2 chips into the fucking deep blue yonder here, but 10 high doesn't win. Wow, he just flops the flush and check calls it down. Well played, sir. King 7 over here is not getting my motors running with the pocket 6s. You're going to see in the next time we're going to see a straddle button pop up. It's a new feature on the site that appeared late last week where you can straddle. Now that's not something, in fact it won't be this time, but the next hand won't, I think. So just keep around this table after this hand, you'll see a little button pop up giving me the opportunity to straddle. Obviously we don't take those opportunities because straddling is pretty much negative EV, but there are some players that do utilise the straddle option, and that's obviously a good thing. It's a nice thing to see. Right, we are mega deep here with this dude who's squeezed. We cannot be folding pocket sevens this deep. This could end up being a somewhat challenging hand because we're not going to be folding this flop once you see bet. Exactly 50%. Just can't fold this flop. Raising is moronic. Folding would be way too tight. And then we pick up a good shot, so we're going to have to see the river. Oh wow, not versus that size though. That is a big sizing on that board texture. And that board is just so dry. This guy's gone 3-bet pre-flop, C-bet, bomb turn, and there's no draws out there. Yeah, I think we can just fold here. Not sure what's going on with the sizing there. Don't know if I like it or not. I mean, it's if you wanted to fold, it's worked. If he wanted to get the fold, he achieved it, but he spent an awful lot of money to do it. Didn't expect to see that sizing on the turn from someone who we're presuming irregular. Right, here we go. You're a regular of some description. We are going to 3-bet bluff with our A7 suited. Here we use sir. 56.30. And we're also going to 3-bet our ace jack suited versus a 56.30. Let me get it through. Interesting hand, that one. Because I was all set for calling a second barrel until he just badooks it. Absolute boom the fuck out of it. Yeah. Not sure what was going on there, but never mind. Pretty sure our friend here has got the overpair. Not much of a double barreler. And then he checks the river, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he just had like a big spade draw that's missed or something. No, he did have an overpair, just not a very strong one. He should probably still bet that river, I think. Could be wrong. Feels like he should probably still. There's my straddle option right there. And at times of high traffic, when there's plenty of fish around, trust me, that straddle option is something you will see in you will be seeing some of your table mates taking advantage of. Right, so we have top pair, second nut flush draw, and someone with just half a stack. So I don't think folding is going to be something in our on our to-do list. At any point during this hand, we now have the second nuts and we have an SPR of 3. So we'll just be looking to make a large bet here. Hope he calls and just jam rivers. Folding the 4s to the open and the 3-bet. We've been check raised here. He probably says the ace, but I know we're not in the business of folding the second nut, so if he does have the ace, then good for him. He does have the ace, but 2% equity. Go us. Go us. We had 2% equity there. We had the 9 of clubs out. So good for him. We've been cooled a little bit there. Never mind. Obviously calling with the jacks here. He 3-bet pre, we called. Not in love with facing a double barrel here, but with the open ender and what have you. Again, we need to call. Probably won't be calling rivers if the triple comes in. So I don't think he's doing this with like aces and kings anymore, though. But yeah, I mean, we've seen it go 3-bet, bet. How often is this like a bluff? Almost never. We block ace, jack, and king. Well, king, jack, we don't want to be blocking because what we do, we're blocking it in terms of like his value combinations. But yeah, I mean, jack's just a fold here, isn't it? Learn the hard way that calling 3-bets and then just like stationing down usually isn't a license to print money. I mean, this is a table I just wouldn't be at normally. I'd be gone by now, even though the game still is like statistically in terms of the stats that we're seeing very good. I would have left this table by now because there's just better tables to be found. But given we've only got 10 minutes to go in the video, there's absolutely no point fucking around. So we've had a bit of a reversal. We got off to a good start in the video. We've had a couple of reversals since then. We've had like the jacks we needed to fold, the pocket sevens we needed to fold, both in 3-bet pots. And then we got like the cooler over here with the nuts versus second nuts. I mean, once he check raises the turn there, he just like almost always has the nuts. But what are you going to do? Nuts versus second nuts, you're meant to lose money, aren't you? Not much you're going to be able to do about it. So we had like a slight losing session. We're down, what, 24 chips here, 13 there. So we're like 30 odd chips down over a short session, but I still think it's been a decent enough advert for the games. Yellow, so someone we've tagged as like a real knitter. Wow, what the fuck? 10/3. Okay, I lied earlier. There is some nits on this site. They're few and far between, but they live amongst us, guys. 10/3. I didn't even know my wife was on the site. Well, clearly she is. That's quads, so hopefully we're going to miss. I'm not exactly sure what the jackpot requirements are, but hopefully we're going to find out in this hand. Because we do currently have a jackpot hand. Never mind, we're not going to get to see because we didn't get it to showdown, so never mind. I'm going to squeeze the ace-6 here. No misclicks, please, Reggie. Oh, we just time out and fold. That's very much fucking my clumsiness on the touchpad there. I was going to squeeze the ace-6 suited instead. We ended up fucking folding it. Quite annoying that we're stuck on the touchpad today. But when Judge Judy's on and my wife isn't at work, she is very much an immovable object. And I was keen to still make a video. Disappointing to make quads and then not get a jackpot payout. But I think it's something like, because I asked Rob once and I've forgotten, I think there's got to be like over 30 blinds in the pot and it needs to go to showdown. So there's no like benefit there to just checking my quads down and trying to like, make a jackpot payment, because it doesn't work that way. The pot's got to be a certain size for it to, for the hand to qualify. So I believe, could be wrong, haven't looked into it. The jackpots were here, then they took them away for a little while because they felt there was like a team of players abusing it, and clearly they think they've solved that now because it's back. And yeah, it's probably something I should look into. That's another set. Yeah, running hot with the sets today. Gonna go with the big bet here. Loads and loads of things that can still call us. Sadly, he didn't have any of them, but when we have a set on a two-tone 3, 6, 5, 9 board, we want to be making sure we're making some large bets, and just that our opponent worry about what he should be calling with the folding, not worry too much about it ourselves. So I'm not sure how long the video's been running for here now. 37 minutes. Go for another orbit or two. So we had a min raise here, and a small 3-bet and a call. We're going to be going with the squeeze for sure. Oh wow, and then the absolute clicky min. I'm not even sure this guy is a regular. Maybe he's just a fish. Because I mean, this is a... I'm not going to defend the ace queen here, not in a million years, of course. Versus like the 4-bet. I mean, because my mood just looks so strong. Min raise under the gun, 3-bet call. We're squeezing out of the big blind. Yeah, this play's quite annoying, but I'd let the ace queen go versus the 4-bet. Those are spots where we were talking earlier about my spew, where I've just kind of lost my rag, versus someone who think, oh, you're probably shit, lose me rag, bang, dab a stack on me. Yeah, that is, I can't lie, that is annoying. That is annoying, but never mind. No, this guy isn't a regular, is he? This guy is not a regular. Thought he was, but he's not. Maybe I don't remember his name because he struck me as somebody who's quite fishy. I was going to raise by 9-8, but I think the 7.5x ISO is going to put, look at that, 70-15. What do? Just fold, Reggie. I really wanted to play versus 78-15, but we just can't be called calling 7.5x's with... We should really get this dude tagged, shouldn't we? Can't be calling 7.5x opens with 9-8, even though we are a little bit deeper. Oh, then the fruity limp raise comes in, and the snap call. Let's just take a moment to enjoy this pot over here, I think. He's not liking it, he's folding, isn't he? He's not liking it. He just got absolutely steamrolled by Mr. Putri, who I've decided now he's not a regular, and who is just, well, probably a bad regular would be my guess. Right, 6x, ace 10. to be a 3-bet versus a 79 VPIP, doesn't it? Just has to be a 3-bet. And wins if he jams. Wins if the jam comes in. The jam does not come in. Oh fuck. I haven't got a clue what to do here. But I haven't got a fucking clue. Can't just call down. He just bet so quick, it was like, I'm betting no matter what, I'm just going to go with it against this dude. Just going with it. 4 deuce. Oh no. What is going on? Oh well. Never mind. It's cost me 125 chips to make this video. But I think that hand on its own is going to be... It's going to pay for itself, I think. We're going to end on that hand there. Yeah. Hopefully that hand has told you all you need to know about playing on this site. Guy 6xing 4 deuce. I mean, I'm not proud of my play, by the way, for the record. I'm not at all proud of my play in that hand, but we had a guy 4xing the 6xing the 4 deuce and then willingly getting it in on a with his pair of deuces. I just think against that person there, the speed at which he bet, I just thought our race 10 was going to be good there some of the time, and you know, then the times it isn't good, it's going to have reasonable equity. Didn't work out that time, but it's not something I'm going to lose an awful lot of sleep over. So yeah, it's not been a successful video in terms of money made, but it has been a successful video right at the end in terms of highlighting just how soft the site is. So all that's left for me to do for 2019 is wish all of you guys the happiest and most successful of New Year's. Hope to chat to some of you soon and get you signed up to the site. But if you're not interested but you still enjoy the content, it will keep coming. The spam will be going with it. But whenever you play your poker in 2020, I wish you all the very best of luck and hopefully see some of you guys at the tables. Take care everybody, and bye bye for now.